Papua New Guinea, thanks for tuning into Sports Scene once more. I hope your week has gone well so far. Lawrence, how about you?
Yeah, no, very good week, and really looking forward to the program tonight.
I've had an even better day yesterday out at the tennis courts, and we'll see more on that later on the show.
Very good.
How was your weekend after NRL and the Broncos?
Yeah, look, the Broncos didn't go too well. Ryan Peppenhausen is a good player, but geez, oh my gosh. And I got to hand it to Justin Ono. He had a really good game after the last 2 weeks. He didn't really have that much of a good game, and definitely made up for it. But the Bronx, we scored the first try, and that was pretty much it.
Rested the rest of the way.
Okay.
All right, so on the show tonight, we have, of course, the Hunters coach joining us again.
Yep.
And we have tennis. 2 youngsters taking on tennis. They've had a first competition, and we'll be seeing more of that. Lawrence, scoreline, please.
Yeah, I better go through the NRL scoreline, which I don't really want to do. But look, here it is. Penrith Panthers, my goodness, 46-6 over Manly. South Sydney Rabbitohs, 38-zip against the Canterbury Bulldogs. The Bulldogs haven't scored in 3 weeks, I think. They're languishing at the bottom of the ladder. Thank God for that. Because we lost as well, as you can see. Melbourne Storm's 40 defeated the Brisbane Broncos. Corey, what's his name? Xavier, not Corey. Xavier Coates was the only player to score there. Sharks 48 defeated the Cowboys 10. And this was meant to be a really good game, but Raiders just ran away with it. Canberra 20 defeated the Gold Coast Titans 4. Now St. George Dragons, what a win against Newcastle Knights over at the Hunter Valley there. Played really well. Corey Norman had a really good game, and he had to play in front of, I think it was 25,000 over in Newcastle. Really good game. Sydney Roosters, that's your team, didn't it?
Yeah. Not bad,
32-12, they won there, and just that other result. Can you just go back? Maybe I just need to see just that. Parramatta Eels, they played on Easter Monday, 36-22. Apparently that's some guy's team. Actually my father's team, and the director, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever the Parramatta is. But
some members of our crew.
Yeah, some members. That's how we put it. Now, let's have a quick look at the ladder and where's everyone sitting. I can tell you this much. At least we're not last. But look, Penrith, they are 4 from 4 wins, and the Parramatta Eels. Okay, so they sit 1 and 2. Roosters and Rabbitohs 3 and 4, and then running off the top 8 there are the Sharks, Storms, Dragons, and the Raiders. Now the bottom 8. This is how it looks. Titans at 9, Knights at 10, and we'll skip right through to the end there. Sea Eagles and Bulldogs and the Cowboys are yet to register a win after 4 games, well, after a month of football. So some concerning signs there. Of course, West Tigers and Broncos, and we only had 1 win. But look, it's only 4 weeks, a long way through the competition, and we'll be fine. We're all good.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say. Okay, that is the letter for the NRL. Denny.
All right. I've seen on social media some Broncos supporters going on about, there's 4 teams below Broncos. Why are you guys picking on Broncos?
Exactly.
But we want to pick on Broncos.
It's all good. We love the attention, whether we're winning or losing. We always have the attention. So it's all good. I'm happy.
All right.
All right, welcome back. You're watching Sports Scene. It is time now to talk rugby league with our SB Hunters head coach, Mathew Church. Of course, on our Zoom session, Mathew Church, of course, down in Runaway Bay, Gold Coast, in the Sunshine Coast. Not as sunshine as we thought. And hello to Mathew.
Hey Lawrence, not as sunshine as the Sunshine State would suggest. There's a lot of rain around, and it looks to be clearing today. So hopefully, towards the end of the week, we get some real good weather to keep training.
No worries. Let's get straight into it. Mathew, now you've had a week off. How are the boys? And I saw just a one change on a suspension through our vice captain.
Yeah, just a force change there with Kevin. I thought we had a fair case taking that one to the judiciary, but he's going to miss 2 weeks for a shoulder charge. So yeah, just one change there. Emmanuel Wane will start, and Judah Rimbu will come back onto the bench.
Emmanuel Wane has been one of a revelation. He's been good off the bench.
Yeah, we've been playing through the middle, and he's probably not used to playing there. But one thing he is really good at is his intent. So we're looking to make sure that he brings that on the weekend as well. But he's been really good. I've been happy with how he's gone off the bench in an unfamiliar position.
All right. So how far is Enoch Mackay away from making his return back to the team?
So Enoch's probably a couple more weeks away. I guess just in the middle of week one preparations or round one preparations, his knee swelled up. And what we found out of that was he had just a foreign body, so basically a floating bit of bone in his knee. So we sent him in to get that taken out, and so he's probably still a couple of weeks away, probably closer towards the Burleigh game in round 5, I would suggest. Okay, so you're travelling up to Mackay. Your game's on Saturday. Can you just give us an insight on your preparations? You go by road on Friday, or what's the plan? No, so we'll do a captain's run down here on the coast on Friday evening. So I'll try and match that close to the game time, so the boys get used to playing or training under lights. Try and replicate what we're going to do the next day. Early Saturday morning, we'll fly to Mackay. Basically, get to the hotel, check in, and then start our preparations. And then we'll overnight in Mackay, and then get an early bird back to Brisbane, and then the Gold Coast after that on Sunday.
How far is it on a plane trip to Mackay?
Good question. I don't know exactly, but it's about an hour and 45-minute flight, I think. So it's south of Cairns. It can be about 2 hours 20 minutes. So yeah, it's about an hour.
It's sort of in between Brisbane and Cairns, huh? Like pretty much smack bang in the middle, Nelly.
Yeah. Close. Oh, it's a bit closer to Cairns than it is to Brisbane, but yeah, it's marginal.
All right, now that's on the preparation of the team. I'm sure you're looking forward to the game against MACKAY CUTTERS. Earlier this week, Mathew, you announced on your LinkedIn page that experienced staff have joined the team. You're able to just tell us? Let me just go through them. Assistant coach Paul Eiton, no stranger to Papua New Guinea and Rugby League, Kumul legend, and really looking forward to his input. Then you had New Hunters General Manager Scott Barker. He joins as well. High Performance Manager Jeremy Hicks. And then finally you had Ben Cross as well, who will assist with you in a coaching consultant role.
Yeah, firstly, Paul, obviously, probably no introduction, as you said, Lawrence, a Kumul legend. What he is passionate about is Papua New Guinea and also Papua New Guinea Rugby League. So he's brought a lot of energy. We appointed him in December, but he was in Queensland, so we didn't really want to send him up to PNG to go through isolation only to come back and have to do it again. So we just met up when we got down here, and he's been a really good addition to the coaching staff, but also to our players. You know, we've got a number of test hookers that are in the squad, and he's been really working closely with those guys and our halves, having played through similar positions. So he's been working with those guys and upskilling them. You mentioned Ben Cross. So Ben obviously played on State of Origin as well, NRL career. He probably played for the wrong state, in my opinion. But he brings a lot of playing experience, played 140 odd NRL Super League games plus a couple of Origins. Prior to coming on board in 2020, for the previous 2 seasons, he was an assistant coach at the Brisbane Broncos. He was probably the only coach, I think, across the competition that got stood down because of COVID. So he was just looking for an opportunity. And it's funny, Ben, myself and Michael Marum did our Level 3 high performance coaching course together. So Ben and I have kept in contact since then, and it was someone that we could bring into the program. Jeremy Hickman's highly experienced high performance manager. So he's spent 15 years working with Wayne Bennett, basically controls his high performance programs through the Broncos, Knights, Dragons, back to the Broncos, and then with England and Great Britain sides. So Jeremy filled that role for Wayne. And then additionally, Scott Barker. So he's come on as a general manager, but he's also part of his role is consulting in the video and data analysis, which he's done that throughout the NRL for 19 to 20 years. all different levels, state of origin, international football, and similar to Jeremy's, he's a long-time staff member of Wayne Bennett's.
Yeah.
So those guys are highly experienced. I guess part of our coming to Australia and the support with the Oz-specific sports program is that we get some funding. So I've applied for that funding and wrote a proposal to bring these guys on board. So the football content of those three consultants actually is getting funded outside of PNG, and it's not but the funding's not, I guess, at cost to PNG Rugby League or to the Hunters. So anytime you can resource people of this nature into your program, I think it's value for money, but this is the best money I've never spent.
Wow, that's awesome. That's really good to hear. Now, with the team that you have, for the Hunters, for example, there's just a development pathway. This shows that they can be able to, have a much more easier pathway into the NRL.
Yeah, well, part of, I guess, we all know that players and staff, are making a huge sacrifice to be away from family and country for such a long period of time.
Yeah.
It was part of why I wanted to write that proposal and reward that effort and try and treat this whole experience as close to an NRL coaching organisation as we could for the players and the staff. So Jeremy Hickman's going to upskill our 3 strength and conditioning staff who unfortunately can't get the next qualification in PNG because you have to have, 100 working hours underneath someone with a level 2 qualification or higher, which is almost impossible for them to do in PNG. So the ability to upskill those 3 gentlemen and return them at potentially level 2 strength and conditioning level is something that's just going to build capacity through the game in PNG. And I obviously said, want to make sure that it's close to an NRL organisation as possible. And, I went young with picking this squad because I know the end product of what the NRL want. They're going to want young talent, knowing that they've still got some development ahead of them. Yep. Justin Olam is the perfect example of that. Picked 21 and, 2.5 years later, it took him to concrete himself into the NRL. Yeah. So with this experience, this ability can probably fast track that next person who goes along and hopefully reduce that 2.5 years that it took Justin to, hopefully to 18 months or, it might even accelerate it even further. But the ability to do that. And as I said, I went young with the squad in the hope that we could get 2, 3, 4, 5 guys picked up. Okay, awesome.
Mathew, I think all of the men bring really good attributes to the team, and really looking forward to how they develop just the boys individually as well. Best of luck again this weekend against the MACKAY Cutters.
No worries. Thanks, Lawrence.
Hi, my name is Sugarray and Hakena. I am a tennis player. I am from Morobe, Tolai, Buka. I am 14 years old. I attend school at Bedouin Independent School and I am in the under 14 divisions.
Hello, my name is Colita Hakena. I'm from Buka, Tolai, Morobe. I attend Bedouin Independent School. I'm a tennis player and I'm playing for the under 12 division.
Welcome back to Sports In. Look, I'm out here this afternoon hanging out with these 2 lovely tennis players, very young by the way. We have Sugarray here and Colita here, and they'll be showing me some of the drills and some of the trainings they do behind the scenes. Most of us don't get to see, so that's what I'll be watching this afternoon. Probably try my hand at a few drills, right, Colita?
Yeah.
Are you gonna teach me some tricks?
Okay.
Sugarray, all right. So let's start with you. In February, I know there was a club tournament that happened here, and you finished with a good rank. You finished at the top 3, second, I think. So for you and your experience, this would be your first competition. How did you feel about that coming out, playing out here, and finishing in the top 3?
I think I did well, then I performed to my best. And I'm not really happy with my outcome of the tournament, but I would just want to improve more and get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. I see you were going for the first placing.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just too tired. Carry on.
And I'm telling you, second is not bad. In fact, for a first time,
Yeah.
second is not bad. And I'd really love to come out and watch you both take on another challenge again sometime soon. But for now, I'll just watch your training session. For you, young lady, I hear you finished top as well.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
I felt good about it. Coming third place next to my brother.
Okay.
Um,
Were you nervous taking on your opponent?
yeah, especially my brother.
Oh. Okay. And then?
I think I finished well and played
Yes.
best of my ability, and I was
A good start for you, I would say. A good start for you. Not bad for a first time. Look, so I'll just let you both get on with your training session and probably eventually show me some tricks as well, or tips for a first timer myself. I've never played tennis before it gets dark. Shall we do that now?
yeah.
Okay, all right, we'll start right now.
I was actually really pleased. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. Just considered we haven't been practicing a lot, at least a month or 2 months of training prior to the tournament, but I was really impressed with the level of play from these kids. Not just the juniors, but also beginners and grassroots who've only started tennis for the first time. Yeah. They definitely did really well in those tournaments, and the tournament was supposed to only play 2 events, but I think they both played 2 or 3 events, which was good. They've actually been putting in more work outside of our training, because I have the kids from 3 times a week, so that's Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. They're basically here every other day playing on their own.
So that was how I spent my afternoon yesterday. Lawrence, I'm telling you, I used to think tennis was an easy sport to play.
That's pretty
I think
hard.
my foot is still hurting. Yeah, but the kids were great. The kids were great. Colita, I had a chat with Colita and Sugarray. Apparently, they have a pathway. They have a plan, and so this was the first hit out. The February comp was the first hit out, and the mother was telling me they have a grading tournament coming up next month, and they are hoping, if COVID-19 doesn't affect any of the preparations and all of that, they're hoping to go to Vanuatu for the West Pacific Junior Tournament. So that's a really good setting stone for them to, take on the next step. And I think the ultimate goal is to have a space in the Fiji house. Yeah. So
the ITF house.
And they've just started. They've just started 2 years ago, and they're making strides. And I'm keen to see where they head.
Yeah. Look, I got a personal connection with that. Obviously, my younger sister Jacqueline was part of the tennis development, and she went through to the West Pacific trials. I remember very clearly, and then went and spent about 4 to 5 years in Lautoka in the tennis house. The ITF tennis house. So that pathway is there. Sugarray and Colita are very, matured young players there, and with their mother right beside them, I'm sure they'll do really well. I was going to ask, Dini. Yeah. Did you actually? We're going to play. We're going to take a, do a bit of a serve and.
Well, so it was at the Pom Records Club.
Yeah.
I think I sent a few balls over to Pom Grammar.
Okay, well, you tried, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
My arms are still
I should have come up, given...
True.
Not Sugarray and Colita, but maybe I would have had a hit against Marcia. I reckon I would have done Okay, Alice.
Marcia, that's a challenge from Lawrence.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
All right, we do wish both of them all the best. Hey everyone, welcome back to Sports In. Unfortunately, the last segment on the show, but I would like to point out, Lawrence, the nominations for the SP Sports Awards has just closed today.
Yeah, the SP Sports Awards 2021 for achievements in 2019 and 2020.
Yes. Did you vote for me?
I did. I actually did, didn't I put in a nomination, and yeah, hopefully, the committee has a look at it. Well, not the committee, the independent selection panel there, and we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go.
That's right. All the best to everyone.
Yeah.
Me?
Yes, I should say that. All the best to everyone.
All right. Let's get on with you. If you have any announcement, please tell our viewers before we carry on with the draws.
No, that's pretty much it from me. I think we'll go straight into the weekend preview.
Yeah, sure.
And let's go through to the draws for the NRL this evening. The Broncos, come on, boys.
Are about to lose again.
Against South Sydney. Wayne Bennett, Pupsy versus Kevin Walters. That should be a ripper of a game there. South Sydney versus the Broncos. Cody Walker, by the way, is not playing in that game. That's on tonight. Tomorrow, New Zealand Warriors take on Manly Sea Eagles. And I think the match of the round, it's 2 versus 3. Penrith, or 1 versus 3, I should say. Penrith will take on Canberra Raiders on Friday. Now on Saturday, this is how they line up. The Titans versus the Knights. The Canterbury Bulldogs versus Melbourne Storms, and the Sydney Roosters versus the Sharks. Right, those are the games on Saturday. And on Sunday, the 11th of April, West Tigers versus the North Queensland Cowboys, and Parramatta take on St. George Dragons. So I think those are the Parramatta Dragons and Penrith Raiders are the two games that'll definitely, be something to look forward to. Now, the SP Hunters and the Intrust Cup, the Super Cup. Let's go through the draws and who's everyone playing. Let's have a look at it now. Here it is. The Falcons, Sunshine Coast Falcons take on the Ipswich Jets. Seagulls, Tweed Head Seagulls take on the Magpies. North Devils will take on the Blackhawks, and Redcliffe Dolphins versus the Capras. Okay, and Northern Pride take on Wynnum Manly Seagulls. And our SP Hunters boys, they travel to Mackay, which is in between Mackay, closer to Townsville. They play there on Saturday. And then the Tigers, East Tigers, will take on the Bears. And that is it for the Intra Super Cup, round number 3. There were no games played last week. And so everyone had a rest, and should be, a good hit out for the boys. Yeah,
we do wish them all the best as well. All right, that's about it for tonight. If you have any story tip, please do contact us. We're now doing Zoom sessions, production for Zoom sessions as well. So please contact us via one of these mediums. Email us at sports@emtv.com.pg, or you can call our phone number 312-9200 and ask for Lawrence or myself, or you can message our Facebook page. That's the Sports Scene Facebook page, and leave your contact details, your full name, and your story tip, and we will get right back to you. That's about it, Lawrence.
Yeah, no, awesome stuff. Thank you very much, Dini. Again, it is a pleasure to be on the show, and looking forward to tonight, where the Broncos will have an upset against South Sydney. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Okay.
That's it.
We will join you same time, same place. The new timing is 7 p.m. See you then.
See you later.